Yo guys, welcome back. 2 KLs that ended Arsenal 3, Southampton 3. And yeah, what a game of football it was to watch, of course, especially from a neutral perspective. It was a great game. It's a great game to watch, of course. Arsenal somehow going on and pulling it back. To be fair, though, I did call it. I did think this would happen during the game that if Arsenal scored late, then they would be able to equalise. To be fair, but yeah, overall, like a very good, solid game of football to watch, and yeah, from a neutral perspective, I enjoyed it. To be fair, it was a very good, solid game that we saw tonight. To be fair, in my opinion, and obviously, as a Manchester United fan, I'd obviously prefer Arsenal to win the league than City, obviously, because we can't have City doing the treble, and City are. United's biggest rivals. So, obviously I would Arsenal win the league than City. But has it kind of slipped out of Arsenal's hands now? And it kind of did seem like at the end the players kind of fought it after that result. The Arsenal players, they kind of like you just saw on their faces absolutely a lot of disappointment. Like, have they bottled this Arsenal? I mean, great team spirit to obviously come back from 3-1 down in the last remaining minutes of the game. Like, all credit to them for doing that. Huge credit, because it's they did kind of go on and show that champions mentality today in those remaining minutes, showing that obviously they are able to come back late on in these games. But still, though, a draw is not a win, and a draw is not good enough for Arsenal. To be fair, because they've got City next, and it's that game, City against Arsenal, is going to be a huge decider. And let's be real, Arsenal will probably go on and lose that game, especially with how they went on the play tonight as well. I do honestly think that Arsenal will probably go on and lose to Manchester City. But yeah, overall, for Arsenal, I kind of do think that I kind of do think it has slipped out of their hands a bit now, Arsenal, and we are kind of seeing a little bit of tiredness in some of these Arsenal players, and it's the inexperience of this Arsenal team. I think at this rate of the season, and I have said it in past videos as well, the inexperience of this Arsenal team it's kind of starting to catch up to them. If I'm being honest with you, it is kind of starting to catch up to them. That they might not be who they really did think they are. And obviously there were a lot of people that, like, there are still a lot of people, including myself, and there are a lot of people from the start of the season who obviously aren't Arsenal fans, but such as myself, saying that Arsenal will bottle it. And I think it is safe to say that, like, Arsenal kind of are bottling it as of now, aren't they? Um, yeah, at this stage in the season, you can't be making some of these stupid mistakes that they're making right now, and it really is showing off, of course. At this minute, it kind of really is showing off. So yeah, overall, it's not exactly a great result for Arsenal at all. Good team spirit to put it back, but overall, the result in general is for Arsenal. That's not good enough, and overall, yeah, they need Arsenal need to be better if they think that they are able to go on and fully compete for the title for the rest of this season. They need to show it, because Arsenal have now played 2 extra games over Manchester City. City have got 2 games in hand now on Arsenal, and yeah. Look, after seeing that, it is kind of worrying times for Arsenal now, to be fair, and everyone really, because none of us really want to see City win the league. I mean, obviously, as a Manchester United fan, I would hate to see City go on and win the league. obviously 3 times in a row. And I would hate for City to also go on and win the treble. That's just, as a Manchester United fan, City winning the treble or City winning the Premier League back to back to back is, our worst nightmare as Manchester United fans. So, yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. But yeah, look, overall today, great game, but Arsenal, improvements are needed. Like you need to be better if you really do believe that you can go on and win the Premier League this season. Like like you need to be going properly for that and not making any stupid mistakes like they went on and did today at times in that game, to be fair, because yeah, like they're gonna cost them. They're like, these mistakes that they make are like they're gonna cost them. And Arsenal fans, they seem to all really amped up towards the end, which fair enough, great team spirit from them. But yeah, like I do think that they I don't know. I honestly don't know what is gonna fully happen with the whole Arsenal situation now. Can they win the league, or will they bottle it like a lot of us did think originally? That's obviously the big question, and that's why everyone's going to have to wait and see. But we obviously have not got long until the end of the season, so yeah, we will have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see what happens. To be fair, but yeah, it certainly will be interesting, to say the least. Though, what is going to go on and what will happen between now and the end of the season, and for Arsenal, are Arsenal capable enough of doing it? That's for Arsenal to wait and find out. Really, are Arsenal actually capable of going on and winning the league this year? That's the thing. But again, as I keep saying, we will have to wait and we will just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, it certainly is going to be a tense end of the season for Arsenal and all of their fans. And yeah, because like they can't afford for any more slip ups or any or any stupid mistakes costing them from getting to where they want to be from now and the end of this whole Premier League season. But yeah, we're in for we're as neutrals, we're in for an interesting one. Obviously, as a United fan, I would prefer Arsenal to win the league than City as a Manchester United fan. But it still will be interesting to see how it all does play out, though. But yeah, are Arsenal bottling it, or what is happening? Or yeah, simply what is happening with them? What is happening with them? Because what's that like? 3 draws in a. It's like, yeah, 3 draws in a row now for Arsenal. That's like 3 draws in a row for Arsenal. That's 3 points out of 9. Like that's not good enough from them. That simply is not good enough from Arsenal. And yeah, something clearly does need calling out, because yeah, some things clearly do need to be get a bit more sorted at Arsenal now, though. But yeah, everyone will just have to wait and see what happens. So of course, and yeah, it's going to be real interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting to go on and see what happens with it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, look, we'll have to wait and see. But between now and the end of the season, it's starting to get interesting. And who is going to go on and do it, though? Will it be Arsenal, or will it be Manchester City, who are able to go on and win the Premier League this season? But look, it certainly is a huge, huge, huge title race at the moment. So obviously, currently Arsenal are on, at this moment in time, 75 points. Manchester City are on 70, but Manchester City have 2 games in hand. I mean, yeah, who is going to do it? Who is going to be the team who is going to pull it off this year? Because it's been a real interesting and proper good unpredictable Premier League season, and just season in general. Like as a as you know, obviously I'm a Manchester United fan. You know, we've had our ups, we've had our downs. It's mostly been good for us Manchester United fans until recently. But you know, we're third place, and we're third place, and you know, still in the FA Cup, won the Carabao Cup, so it's going to be good for us in that way. It wasn't a great result for us yesterday, but yeah. But obviously, with Arsenal and City, you know, Arsenal, are they kind of going down the same road as us? Like how we've been, obviously these last couple of months, you know, a little bit of a decline in like performances and stuff, because you know it's obviously really common at this stage of the season, and obviously with Arsenal as well, they have got a fairly inexperienced side, if we're being completely honest. So yeah, like they have got an inexperienced side, Arsenal. Like you can't really deny that. They have got an inexperienced side, and is that catching up to them now? That's obviously the big question. Like, is the inexperience of Arsenal's young team kind of catching up to them, and are they actually fully ready to go on and win the Premier League this season? That's obviously the big question. And you know, we will all have to wait and see what happens. But you know, obviously, yeah, it was tonight was a very sloppy performance from Arsenal. Some individual errors made today, and yeah, obviously, obviously, in my opinion, from a Manchester United fans' point of view, I think that you know Arsenal. I kind of do think they're throwing it away. And as I said, I'm a United fan. I would rather Arsenal win it than City. But you know, I just think that after seeing this and how they perform today, if they perform how they did today, I think City are going to I think City are absolutely going to destroy them. I have a bad feeling. So, yeah, if they play like how they did today, then City would destroy them. That's the reality. And you know, away at the Etihad is always a hard game, and you know, any fan who supports any club would tell you that, and any player who says that, who goes there, would say that. Obviously, at this moment in time, the Etihad's a hard place to go, and you know, obviously, I would want Arsenal. I would want Arsenal to go on and do it against City as a United fan, but I just can't. I just can't see it happening though. I just can't see. I just unfortunately I just don't see a way that Arsenal go out there to the Etihad and turn that around. And you know, Arsenal, in my opinion, have got a tougher end to the season as well. They've got Newcastle away coming up, which is always a difficult game when you go to St James's Park. Like St James's Park this season is a really difficult place to go, and Arsenal could struggle there at St James's Park, and you know, like teams always do struggle there. As a Manchester United fan, I can say that because you know our team, Manchester United, we literally just flopped there and did not look ourselves. And you know that's not just been with us; it's been with a lot of teams as well this season. But yeah, look, we're all gonna have to wait and just see what happens now. We all need to watch on and wait and see. And from a neutral perspective, it's certainly going to be interesting to see who will do it, Arsenal or Manchester City. Next week, though, is a really interesting week. Midweek, it's really interesting because on Wednesday we've obviously got the battle with the two top teams, City and Arsenal, obviously at the Etihad, like with the two top teams, obviously in the Premier League this season. Those two going at it on the Wednesday. Then obviously on the Thursday, it's a big game for us Manchester United fans. We've got Tottenham away, Manchester United, and that's obviously the battle for top four. Manchester United and Tottenham. That's obviously the battle for top four as well. So you know it's a huge week next week. City and Arsenal and Tottenham and Manchester United. Let's go United. hopefully United, we will be able to beat Brighton in the semis, and then hopefully we can beat Tottenham during the week, and then Manchester United, we should fairly be able to seal our place fully in top four. Hopefully we are able to do it. And hopefully, Ten Hag obviously has a plan at Manchester United, and hopefully we're able to pull that one off, of course. But yeah, look, we need to stop. As a Manchester United fan, we need. I think we need everyone to make sure that we stop City from winning even a trophy this season. Let's be real. We need Arsenal to win the league. We need Manchester United. We need to win the FA Cup, and then we need Real Madrid to beat City. So, yeah, look, it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens. It's gonna be really interesting to see what happens. But yeah, look, as a United fan, Arsenal, please do get the league sorted, and you can't afford to drop any more points. To be fair. And yeah, but yeah, it looks like it's bloody coming for. It looks like City might be bloody doing it 3 times in a row, and they're going to break our bloody record. But yeah, unless Arsenal can do something. So it looks like City. This is a horrible. It's kind of in a way like a horrible season for us Manchester United fans. Like in a way, it's been great at Manchester United. We've won a trophy this season. It looks like we're getting top 4. Great development under Erik ten Hag at Manchester United. But a horrible downside to this season would be City winning the Premier League 3 times in a row and City winning a treble. That would, as a Manchester United fan, it would make me cry if City won the treble this season. It honestly would make me cry if City went on and won the treble. Honestly, I would not be able to deal with that. But yeah, let's just hope that City do not win a treble this season. But yeah, who's going to win the league? Will it be City? Will it be Arsenal? Who's going to do it? It's getting, I don't know, but this season's been so interesting so far, and it's starting to get really interesting. Arsenal, I mean, they are obviously an entertaining team to watch. Of course, I think everyone will admit, obviously, Arsenal are a very entertaining team to watch this season. They haven't been like the past couple of years, but this season they have been. To be fair, they've been a load of great games. But is it over for Arsenal when have they just gone on and handed the title to Manchester City? That's obviously the big question. I have a feeling Arsenal have just handed the title to that bloody shit blue side of Manchester shitty. Arsenal have probably just handed the Premier League over to them. Honestly, if Arsenal do not win the league this season, I will honestly hate Arsenal and lose a lot of respect for them, because then they would have basically handed over City to win the league 3 times in a row. And as a Manchester United fan, I would absolutely bloody hate that to happen. Bloody hell. We can't have City win the league 3 years in a row. But yeah, look, let's just wait and see what happens. But yeah, is their dream, is Arsenal's dream over? Is their dream over? I think it really is slowly starting to slip away from them. I'm not even joking. I do think that this title dream of Arsenal is very slowly slipping away. I have a feeling it is, to be fair. But yeah, look, we'll have to wait and see what happens with it all. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm going to end this here. Thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you on the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.